Prince Harry wanted to, I'm quoting here, force the failure of the charity other to fail. I mean, that's... He would have some justification for feeling hurt at allegation.
To be honest, it's a last resort. Really, what Prince Harry wanted to do was to eject me from the organization, and this went on for months. It went on for months through bullying, harassment. I have documentation. There were board meetings where members of the executive team and external strategic advisors were sending me messages saying, should I interrupt? Should I stop this? Oh my gosh, this is so bad. In fact, our strategic advisor for fundraising then sent me a message saying she wouldn't want to ever attend any more board meetings or bring her colleagues because of the treatment. When that failed, Prince Harry started to brief, and his team, sponsors that I'd been speaking to against me and the charity, because that is a sure way of getting me out if it's seen as though I'm not being successful in my fundraising efforts.
I obviously have to put this to both of you.
Yes.
What you're essentially...
Hi, everyone. How are you? So this is a member-only reading, and thank you so much for your support. And it looks like things are heating up with this Dr. Sophie Sentebale, however you say her name. It's pretty much divided the Megxit community. You've got some people who are against her and think she's just as bad as Meghan. And there's others of us who are like, we don't care. As long as she takes down Harry and Meghan, that's all that matters. I support her. Go Dr. Sophie. But anyways, yeah, I wanna see her succeed, obviously, because nothing else seems to be working. And the more you can expose about Harry and Meghan, the sooner their downfall, complete downfall. It looks like it's going bad. And the Black community is supporting Dr. Sophie. I gotta tell you, not looking good for Harry and Meghan. Harry should be worried. I didn't get that he was worried about anything in the forecast I did, but I'm going to zoom in on this situation and just throw a few cards here, see what pops out. How is Harry feeling? I want to do something a little different. I'm just going to toss some cards here and get a feeling right now how Harry's feeling about Dr. Sophie and the situation, this battle. Magician reversed. Yeah, I get the feeling that Harry is feeling like he's in trouble, like he's not able to spin this, him and Megalodon. It's not so easy. They can't accuse her of being a racist. I'm sure they are trying. The Sussex Squad always try to do their, oh, jealous. She's jealous because Harry married Meghan, not her, or something. That's their fallback argument to everyone. But I'm getting that Harry's realizing things are out of control. The PR offices, his PR, and just his ability to maneuver around this one. Yeah, he's battling with someone that's known him for years. I mean, I forget how long she's been on that charity, but this is like a fair fight. This is like they're on equal ground. You know, these are people battling it out in the media and social media, and she is on top of it. You saw how well-spoken she is, how calm she is. Yeah. Harry and his buddy, who's that guy that works for him there? That's also major political. What's that guy's name that works for him? I can't. It's gonna come back. It'll come to me. But they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. She is on equal standing with them. She is, well, she's superior. You could argue superior for education and whatnot, but she's just not just somebody who Meghan threw a hot tea at that worked for him. You know what I mean? She had a very good position there, and apparently, from what I understand, she had proof of corruption on the board, and she brought it to the courts. She's a whistleblower, and as a result, they've all resigned, and they're trying to make her look bad in the media, using the media by publicly resigning. Everyone's resigning, but she's got the goods. She's got the receipts, and she knows it, and she's going to court. Some are worried that the courts are more corrupt towards Harry, particularly in the UK. But no matter what, she's going to do, whether she or not she wins in court, she's doing substantial damage to Harry and Meghan's brand for sure. Yeah, Harry's not feeling confident at all about this. I think he's feeling like, oh, she's going to bury us. This is it. This is like somebody that him and Meghan can't. Yeah, how else? What's he thinking of doing? Let's see. What's Harry thinking of doing? What's he gonna do about it? I heard Crazy Days and Nights said that Harry was sleeping with women that he met through Sentebale. So apparently Sentebale was an avenue for him to hook up, the pre-Meghan days, right? And I kind of wonder, actually, let me ask that. Was there ever an affair between Dr. Sophie and Harry? Because it looks like Harry was a horn dog, sleeping around everywhere. And if he slept around with a bunch of women there, I mean, you have to ask, I have to wonder. Was there ever some kind of love affair or something there? Oh, okay. I mean, Justice Reversed. She talks about the corruption. They're both kind of corrupt. I think they're both in criminal elements. I go with a no. I get a lot of bickering, fighting, and not getting along. Her being disgusted with him. And I think he did try. He did try to hit on her. Okay, Lovers Reverse and Seven of Cups Reverse. He definitely hit on her and tried to get her in bed, but she was not. She was like, no way. She was not interested in him. She saw him as a bratty little boy, spoiled brat boy, a corrupt criminal, bratty little boy. And she was not going to be a notch on his bedpost. And a drug addict as well. I take this as like the drug addict card. Like he's on this, he's on that. He's high, he's drunk all the time. So she was like, no way will that ever happen. But he tried. I get the feeling he tried. I'm sure he tried with everyone. Yeah. The drug addicts aren't very discriminate, Especially if he's going there. He's treating Africa like party town, right? So he's going there, him and his clique there, his band of criminals there. They're going down there and acting like they're it's just like a boys' night out every night they're there. It seems like that's what it sounded like to me. But no, I don't see any past love affairs here or relationship or anything. What's Harry going to do next? What's Harry and his team going to do next? So we get the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Using a woman here, bring a poor woman. Oh, they're gonna call her a gold digger. They're gonna say she's just doing this for the money. She's a gold digger like Meghan. Well, not like Meghan. They're not gonna say that, but they're gonna say she's just doing this. Harry's gonna try to make it seem like she's blackmailing them. He just wants the money. Trying to make it look like she's trying to get a better settlement before if she leaves or something. Yeah. Fool reversed. He'll have to admit that he acted like a fool. Like, there were some mistakes made. He'll admit to that because she's got proof of the corruption. So he'll just try to blow it off as, it was a joke or we didn't mean it or, she trapped us somehow. So he's gonna be playing dumb though. I get the idea here because that's what he's very good at, playing dumb. And trying to portray her as just a woman trying to trying to be a gold digger there. I get that he is, he knows how bad he looks with this in African parks. And things are getting out of control. He's feeling like he's lost control of all of he's got two main projects. I get two wands in Africa, right? He's got the African parks and the Sentebale. I don't know about anything else, but it's like the two big ones. He wants to keep them. He always wants to keep them, but it's like it's one thing after another. It's nothing but him looking worse and worse and more horrific accusations coming out. And but he doesn't like to lose. Right. His big thing is he always wants to be seen as I battled, I conquered, like the way he was going to court, trying as he's on a censorship committee and pushing censorship with Meghan with the online safety bill. He's going to court and he's lying and saying the exact opposite in the media, saying I'm fighting for free speech by battling these tabloids. Right. So this is the same thing here. He's guilty AF. He's a criminal. He's an immature criminal. Drug addict like Hunter Biden. People said that Harry is like the Hunter Biden of the UK. But he wants to be seen as a victor, like he's a hero. He won, but it's not, there's so many too many people are coming out against him and the too many arguments and too many incidents, it's only making things worse and getting more and more out of control. But he wants to come out looking like a hero for sure. He's trying, but I think he's going to be disappointed. He's definitely going to be disappointed. I want to focus in clarifying on this Queen of Pentacles reversed. It's I think Catherine when I think Queen of Pentacles, but I automatically always think that when I see that card. I don't know. I'm sure he'd love Catherine or William to come out and speak on, in defense of him. Did one woman did in the UK? I didn't bother listening to it. Of course, the royal family is very, very quiet because King Charles is so ill. What is this about? What's Harry? This is what Harry wants to do. Okay, he wants to make her look bad, look like a gold digger, make it look like he doesn't know. He doesn't know he's being taken. He wants to act like he's dumb. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just anything that was said that was inappropriate. He's like, I was just being trying to be funny or something. I don't know. He's gonna try to play dumb to it all and ignore it as usual. As him and Meghan do whenever they're caught lying or doing something criminal or bullying. Him and Meghan just go silent and don't say anything and play dumb. That's what I would get with the Fool. What else is Harry planning on doing in the situation? Oh, I got the Lovers. Harry and Meghan coming out with Archie there, trying to push their love story all the more, trying to do something together to distract. Of course, they are trying to do everything they can to distract. Harry is having people come out to defend him. I see Lovers as people supporting him, coming out in defense of him. He's going to try to get as many people, but I don't think he's been able to get many people. But he's trying to do that. He's trying to get as many people, besides the Sussex squad, of course, to defend him is what he's opting for. And of course, one way to do that is to try to make her look bad. And that's why I find it interesting that some Megxiteers are, against her. Dr. Sophie is making her look bad because that will help Harry's case, right? Getting more of that out. And I get Four of Wands reversed. It excluded from a group here. And of course, that is what this woman, Dr. Sophie, saying that she was being excluded. All right, so I used these two cards to clarify the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Fool. So I kind of see this as, Harry is going to try to have Meghan. Now, Meghan is a Queen of Pentacles reversed, and that she is a gold digger, and she's trying to grab every bit of money she can, selling this, selling that. And you notice that suddenly she's coming out with the jam and she's coming out with the sex toys and whatever else that she's selling online, or clothes, whatnot, handbags. And that was another African scandal, that Meghan's selling handbags made in Africa, that the women who make it there only get 10 cents an hour, while Meghan's selling the bags for like $1,000. But the fact Meghan's merching, in other words, is one aspect of their distraction from this, as well as Gwyneth Paltrow thing. But I think also the merching and being over the top with that, and her dropping her videos. And with the Four of Wands reversed, a woman that's been kicked out, the royal family. You could look at this as someone who's not invited, someone who, I think, trying to use the argument that she was just getting revenge because they were trying to get rid of her because they felt she wasn't doing a good job or whatever. And that she's, I kind of get that with the Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Wands are symbolic of them pushing Dr. Sophie out. And he's going to claim that, she's trying to take him for a fool here. Four of Cups reversed. Again, you have somebody who is being watched. In this card, you have this black man, and he's looking at his cups, and there's a big eye there watching everything. That's kind of the all-seeing eye. You can see it as Illuminati. I have it reversed. And in this particular Four of Cups, he's watering a flower there. So I kind of see this as Harry secretively trying to get people looking over. I take this as the public watching, like on the internet and on in everything. And Harry's over here watering the flower. Then of course, flower is one of the Meghan's nicknames. So I kind of see this as trying to get people emotionally on his Meghan's side, trying to just, of course, distract Prince of Cups reversed, lying. Often with Harry, I see there's a polo card as well, but attacking her emotionally, trying to sway people emotionally again and deceptively. 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, making the whole community unhappy. I think that's okay. So 10 of Cups, obviously, I think of a royal family and reversed the sad news of his father. So I do kind of get that they're going to distract with emphasizing his father's illness. As soon as this story broke, international news, we at the same time announced that Prince Charles went to the hospital for a checkup. I and I'm not saying that he's getting sick to cover for Harry's scandal, but I do see that Harry and Meghan with their PR will push it out more, get more people talking about King Charles's health as a distraction from the Dr. Sophie scandal. And they want to portray her as just some woman who was vindictive for not, because she was doing, he's going to say she was doing a bad job. He's going to say she's trying to blackmail him, trying to get more money. They want to kick her out. And she's all bitter about that. And then Harry is going to be playing the woe is me and Meghan, we're such victims card. And they're going to lie about her and get people to bring up lies about her and nonsense. They want to keep everybody unhappy for his father in the community, and people worried about that. You know, while him and Meghan continue parading around that they're the perfect couple here, and Meghan continues to put up her little Instagrams with her ridiculous nonsense. So that Harry seems to think that he's feeling nervous about this. He knows this looks really bad. But he's going to continue fighting it. Of course, Meghan is continuing with him in this because it affects her as well. He is going to fight it. He's going to fight to the last moment. Harry never stops fighting. He loves to fight. No matter how nasty it gets, the nastier the better. He loves going to court. And he will, he's not going to go down without a long, drawn out legal battle for sure, which he can afford, and she maybe not necessarily so. So that's an advantage to someone like Harry in the courtroom. Yeah. I noticed Meghan is posting a lot more on her Instagram, and we'll probably hear a lot more of father. So that's what I see as being the tactics, the PR tactics of Harry. He is feeling a bit overwhelmed. He knows it looks really bad. So we'll see how this pans out. But I am glad that she's exposing him and what a racist Harry and Meghan both are, what hypocrites they are, what liars they are, and evil bullies they are, and criminals, most importantly, what criminals they are. So this is good news. Either way, I'm so glad she's doing this, and it is upsetting Harry, but he's getting all fired up. Him and Meghan fight, fight, fight. That's what they do, is they fight. That's one thing they're good at, is fighting, fighting, fighting. That's it. That's what they live for, because they're evil. They're evil Satanists, and they thrive on hate and divisiveness and fighting. So there you have it. That is what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.